You know, I don't believe malicious kidnapping, abetting a criminal like that, is really a great way of making friends. Although, it's probably better to be on their good side. And thanks to the last episode, Totoro has found himself not at the bottom of a river, or in a shallow grave out in the woodlands somewhere. So all in all, things looking good. And Komi doing her best, trying to utter a few words, a sentence maybe. She's came so far in such a short amount of time. Start off once again with describing what it's like struggling to talk to people. And yet everyone seems blissfully unaware. Might take a little getting used to. Still the malign silence. Is there anyone who's just going to be normal? Has she forgotten something? Ah. I see. A slightly new, refreshed version of Komi that they haven't really experienced before. Considering that she is their reason to live. Despite everyone seeming to completely fawn over her, the fear of being rejected is far too powerful. I've only seen bits and pieces of various of the skits and forecamer of Komi, so there's going to be so many jokes and moments that hopefully hit home quite well. I had to stop myself from doing the the pacer test meme. Yeah, maybe maybe everyone needs to get a hobby or something. The fact that she is... How? The fact that she's trying her best. Sorry, who's that classmate? And the fact that she's going all out for like beating her rival here, and Komi just doesn't even notice. Doesn't know what's going on. Like how Komi's just got a normal, just going on a jog posture. She's going so fast, the wind resistance. How can she ever lose now? Giving up so much. And that's when you realise it's not worth it. Giving up everything you have and still not even coming close. Pretty good time. You spooked her. And which path would that be? Huh? And she was about to outstretch her hand. Well, at least she isn't downtrodden about it. I mean, some people can become incredibly competitive. The fact that they decide all of these things and the meaning for what Komi has behind them by themselves. Let her answer for herself. We've got some intense feelings right there. Maybe he's been hanging around her for too long. He's able to understand to this extent. You can basically point towards any house and he'll just let himself in. Or she'll let themselves in. What about the washing? They're so alike. Unrelated. Just stop. Do you need to get down like that? Thankfully, I don't believe my parents have done anything like that. You don't need to sniff. Well, at least Nijima lives by the motto of it's better to ask for forgiveness than... Well, this is awkward. I mean... Does Junjima know where it is? I think the mother is getting the wrong end of it. Maybe Nijima needs some assistance in the bathroom. It's taken quite a while. Are you gonna pry, see what there is? Some hidden secrets. But it's Komi. Not quite the same, but I like it. Help with her. They already know she has a talking issue. Why are the books so so devastating for her? Why is it that she's okay with just handing... handing the photo album over, but then getting awkward and flushed when they're actually looking at the photos? A successful first day of inviting friends over. She'll remember this one for a long time. The evidence that people have been there. It seems so quiet now. Didn't notice at all because Nishima does so much all the time. How could anyone pay attention 100%? Good idea. Is there anything that can go wrong apart from not being able to actually order? You're not going to invite ramen expert. She's made up her mind. When it comes to ramen, it's all good. She really is a connoisseur when it comes to ramen, apparently. Guilty? Huh? I mean... Ah. And some are well suited to this kind of establishment. I'm not sure you need to go into extreme meditation. I like him. Does he? He's so softly spoken. Does he have the same issues? I mean, there is a fair amount of food. You don't want to waste any of it now. It'd be insulting. You're here to eat, remember? What was the cardinal rules? Don't keep people waiting. You're taking up valuable room by just watching her. A job well done. Even the boss himself is You waited too long. Even the boss himself was blushing slightly there. Enjoying people eating his food. Although this time they may need to order something else. Craving it for another reason. Oh, there was the cover of this. Like that. Someone else who's trying to pick up the courage to go and speak to... It's insurance fraud! No, she's fine. Yeah, we can kind of guess that. Who is this? The four dark powers at bay have erased her memory, restarted her life to remove all traces of Nakamura. I must say though, intense soundtrack for this, and after playing a lot of Elden Ring recently, that's a bit coming on a bit stronger, but come on, thinking on your feet is the part of this, isn't it? What is the fundamental principles behind her dragon power? Not the first time that we've experienced something like this before. So being used to the Chunibi, you would think so, but you need to make sure just to be safe. Oh no! Don't explain it. He's tried so hard to seem completely normal. So is that actually part of his hair or an ornament? Kind of a big deal. How dare they... that's by wearing the boy's uniform. Why has it got some sort of like hardboiled detective, like noir film soundtrack and monologue type thing I'm expecting? Success. I mean, it's not Shinobu, but it's a little, maybe trying a little hard. Oh, she destroyed that man. Eviscerated. Good luck. Good thing there was no one to see. He cremated. Well, now that he's had to relive that experience and tell Komi, oh, you've killed him. He's dead. Now, who could possibly pair up with Komi? And there are others that have paired off already, knowing that they probably don't stand a chance with Komi. And yet, someone is completely overlooked. All that bluster, trying to hide a broken heart. Just someone's wanting to just be acknowledged. Her reaching out beforehand, trying to create a blood pact, really helped out in this instance, didn't it? Yeah, maybe you should all focus on your own stretching rather than trying to watch. You know, just by Komi herself reaching out and saying, "Do you want to partner up with me?" was quite a big moment, but it meant probably a bit more to her. Go on, hide your embarrassment well. Okay. Does that come with some sort of contract that she has to sign? Sick days? Health pay? Nice. Oh yeah. Became cast president, did he? Had to actually carry out the duties of such. She just happened to overlook the clock, what the time was, get caught out in the rain. A thief named N. How utterly thoughtful. Waiting for him to get back, so he's not left stranded in the rain. He's carrying it and still getting a little wet. I don't think those sort of things are going to go unnoticed. Maybe a little too noticed. Wait, why is that arm now wet? I don't think that needs a bow, but etiquette and probably thanking people is quite lacking in today's society. Couldn't just leave him there like that. I think Tadano's a little happy. This episode, slightly more than some, had a lot going on. We had the blood pact, the scene in the end with the umbrella and sharing it and getting a little closer. The rivalry of the sports fitness test, having a nice functional evening out, eating at a ramen place. We didn't stick in one location at all, going all over the place. Komi actually, though still somewhat wordless, being quite forthright, trying to interact with others. But like what was somewhat explored earlier, people come out with their own conclusions as to what Komi is on about, what she means with her silence, with not accepting a handshake. I think they need to give themselves a bit more credit, because they're the ones coming up with these ideas to save themselves. Oh, not giving up, I need to strive to be better. Good idea, Komi. But with all of that said, the leaps and bounds people have came by, whether it by their own strength or misunderstandings, they actually got there, which is a good thing. But let's not forget, there was an invasion. Into someone's home, into someone's room, and checking under their bed. But we can really see where Komi got some of her genes from. It really runs in the family, doesn't it? But with this small little insight into her normal life, into her personal space and family, we will get more out of that. How often they will be appearing. We only really got to meet the mother. We saw the other two, but weren't big talkers. But do you agree with me that Komi wanting a picture frame to encapsulate that moment forever, her first time of having friends round, visiting her room, having so much fun, that was, if nothing else, just so sweet. And if there's moments that you want to preserve forever, don't take your time. Embrace it while you can. Things are fleeting. And who knows when you'll be taken away for some sort of blood pact. Can't really turn it down if your signee calls for you urgently. The dragon doesn't wait. This isn't the last we are seeing of Komi today. If you enjoyed it, let me know. Leave a like on the video, maybe a comment down below. Consider subscribing. Helps out me, helps out the channel. Brings you some more. But for now, get yourselves a bit of rest. Let's get to exercising.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly, but gets faster each minute after you hear this signal. A single lap should be completed each time you hear this sound. Remember to run in a straight line, and run as long as possible. The second time